It's Friday afternoon. The clock strikes 5. It's the moment you've been waiting for all week long. Before you even start your car, your friends are calling you, telling you about a band that's playing downtown. It's a must-see. So hurry up and shower, grab a six-pack, and come over and pregame. The next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and you're exhausted. So you say your goodbyes and you start your ignition. Not even 3 minutes after you pull out of the parking lot, you look in your rear view and you see the flashing lights. 10,839 people will die in a drinking and driving accident this year. That is one person killed every 50 minutes. According to MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, which was established in 1980, an average drunk driver has driven drunk 80 times before their first arrest. Cracking down on this issue will take a lot of people's involvement, not just law enforcement. Drinking and driving is not something that will only affect you and your life, but others' lives as well. MAD has reached out to many communities all over the U.S., telling people their personal stories and pleading with them not to drink and drive. Today, I'm going to share with you some of the dangers of drinking and driving and try to persuade you not to do it. The rate of drunk driving is highest among the ages of 21 to 25 years of age. Most people in that age group are trying to figure out their next step in life. Career, school, relationships. We are all guilty of letting these decisions stress us out, which we then make the excuse that we need to go out and blow off some steam. However, when we are having a good time and blowing off steam, how does one know when to stop? How does one know that they are unable to drive? That's just it. They don't. So they get behind the wheel and they risk not only their life, but the lives of others. Every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drinking and driving accident. Drinking and driving has become such a problem in today's society, and it must be stopped. When you sit down and think about it, everyone belongs to someone. What I mean by that is, that person in the other car has a family, a loved one. They could be someone's mother or father, sister or brother, daughter or son, aunt or uncle, cousin, friend, teacher, or boss. It was the year 2006. Like any other morning, my mom was getting ready for work, and I was attempting to get ready for school when the phone rang. It was one of those uneasy feelings, since it was 6 a.m. and not most people call to say hello at that time. I heard the panic in my mother's voice immediately, which of course sent me into panic. There had been an accident in Oldham County. 2 males killed and alcohol was involved. As she hung up the phone, I quickly learned that a good friend of the family's son was one of the 2 killed. It was the perfect moment for one to think, this cannot be happening to me. This cannot be my life. Ben was only 21 years old when his life was taken. Something that I think about often is, what would he be like today? Who would he be? What career would he have chosen? What hobbies would he like? Something that unfortunately we will never know. According to mad.org, every day in America, another 28 people die in a drinking and driving accident. 28 people a day. Drinking and driving is the nation's most frequently admitted violent crime. On average, 2 in 3 people will be involved in a drinking and driving accident in their lifetime. That is such a scary thing to think about. 4 out of the 7 people in this room could be affected. Drinking and driving is no joke. There are no redos, there are no I take it backs. A careless decision that can not only ruin your life, but someone else's, and all it takes is 30 seconds. According to CDC.org, which is an informational site on disease control and prevention, out of 1,149 traffic deaths among children ages 0 to 14 in 2013, 200 were involved with an impaired driver. Of the 200, half of those were in the car with the driver. That's 200 children that didn't have a chance to learn how to drive. Go to prom, take the ACT, get their heart broken, or change the world. That's another 200 lives taken because of this preventable crime. Since MAD was established in 1980, the number of drunk driving deaths has been cut in half. These are mothers that have lost a person very near and dear to their hearts, that travel many places in the U.S. to prevent another mother from experiencing the nightmare that they cannot wake up from. Day after day, they tell the same story. They relive the worst day of their lives, just to prove that drinking and driving is not worth it. Driving in general is a dangerous task, not because you're incapable of driving, but because you must worry about other drivers as well. It is a simple decision at the end of the night. If you have had a few drinks, just don't do it. Do not get behind the wheel. You may get away with it this time. They will eventually catch you, and you will have consequences. After hearing the many statistics that Matt has provided, I beg you to not make the mistake that many people in the society make daily. This is not an issue that will be resolved overnight. It is not an issue that will just disappear. MAD and law enforcement work very hard to help people understand that this is a group effort. Everyone will be affected if not put to a stop. The solution is easy. Don't drink and drive. Call a friend, call your parents, call a cab. This city provides more than enough ways for you to get home safe after a night of drinking. Don't be an idiot. Don't be careless. And don't just think of yourself. Don't drink and drive.